I lost my insurance, I got divorced, and that really took me down in that downward spiral. And then after that, I just kind of took myself further. I started using substances. That didn't help with anything. It made myself hate myself even more. And I stayed there for a few years. And the scariest part was going into Switchpoint. Melanie, my case manager there, she was amazing though, but this is one thing that I remember her telling me is when I came there that I was a scared little girl, and that was so true. I remember my daughter Trinity went with me, and she was kind of in tears to leave me there, and I was fighting back the tears because it was scary for me, but I knew I needed to do it. I knew that I needed to be that independent person that I knew I could be, and that I had avoided for so long while I was using substances and hating myself because I wasn't that person and that I knew I could be. But we got there in the evening, and I remember going outside with my son, just watching him go and start riding around on the scooter and just being so happy. I knew that was in me too. I had that happiness just like he did. And then everybody there at the Switchpoint was so amazing and encouraging, and they helped me remember how to structure, setting those goals, those weekly goals. All of that helped bring me back.
At that point in time, I thought Switchpoint was just a roof over her head, not something to give her structure and the stability that they have provided her, and they set her up to make goals and really to become a functioning person in the world again.
Also, thanks to that support, I was able to focus on my recovery and be successful in my recovery, and that's something I hadn't been able to do in the past. I had started off with my stepping stone job, I guess is what I called it. It was something that I didn't really want to do, but it was something that one of the goals I had set with my case managers at the Switchpoint. And from there, I just continued putting in jobs because I was a medical assistant before. So I had interviewed for a couple of places, and then I got the call back from Joe, the owner of North Star. We did a phone interview, and he hired me immediately after that phone interview. I was looking through Craigslist, and I found a place up here in New Harmony, and I love being out in the country. I've not been a city girl. I had enough up in Sandy. So we came up and looked at this place and fell in love with it. So we got to get in there, and it was awesome. I remember the night leaving the Switchpoint though was very hard. It was. I left a lot of good friends that I had made there, and I was worried about not having that support that I had from everybody there at the Switchpoint that was so amazing to keep boosting me up and letting me know how great I was doing. But I remember actually driving down this road, and it was dark, and just the overwhelming sound of the crickets and the peacefulness of it, and because it wasn't very peaceful at the Switchpoint. But I learned how to become a great sleeper because I could sleep through it. So, but yeah, it was the first night at Logan and I, and it was amazing just to come into our own house that we hadn't had for so long, and knowing that I had enough room for all of my kids, and we had this great yard to play in with my son.
I am just so happy to have my mom back and be able to be a grandma. She's been such a great grandma and such a great mom just within the last year that I've been so proud of her. It's been so nice to be proud of my mom and just see how far she's come. And I'm just really thankful for Switchpoint.